making the noise
for stopping that before we
his
actually
cat when she's
went live.
licking herself. Just
Oh no, he did. He still did it. Still did the licking noise.
but
even
the cat,
after...
but the cat like hears the noise and is like.
Well, welcome back, fanboys and fangirls, to another episode of the Fanboy Podcast. The cat over to my far left is Luke. He's been licking himself. Fur. And next to him, between us, is Tyler, back from
the dead. I mean, Colorado.
I mean, but you were almost dead too, so.
Yeah, I mean, for a short time.
Okay. Well, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna, give the long-winded story.
No, I don't. Prior. Our listeners aren't here to hear that, but the abbreviated version.
Yeah, the abbreviated version. I went to Colorado for a week. Climbed 2 14ers, Mount Democrat and Quandary Peak. Experienced my first bout with altitude sickness. It's not fun. I don't recommend it. Puked my guts out a little bit, but all in all, it was a good trip. Had a lot of fun, and can't wait to do my next 14er. I don't know when that'll be, probably next summer.
Nice.
But yeah. Other than that, I did a few other things. Released my first monetized show on the Big 12 Takeover. That was cool.
Money time.
Imagine
if we ever tried to make money.
We've made like $3.
What's that per year?
Like 40 cents?
48 cents per year.
Yeah. No, released my first monetized show. Pretty excited about that. Hopefully it does well.
And that's before taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Ayo. So we made like $5.
$5.
Played some Apex Legends. Haven't played that most of the season, but the game's still always just nice to go back to. It's like home.
Yeah.
You get back to it, you're like, oh, thank God.
Right.
No, it's been really fun to play again. There's new season getting ready to start up, so I think I'm probably going to spend some time with that until Madden comes out in like 4 weeks,
yeah.
Which is kind of insane to me that's already about to come out.
Right.
They're making a new Madden game?
Because training camp starts this week, which is just nuts to think about.
I heard everybody was mad about their ratings.
Yeah, there's people upset. But that's why they don't make video games.
People upset about a video game?
People upset about something?
Well, speaking of people being upset about video games...
Can they hear me? My mic's way over here.
Probably not.
I also played some Multiverses.
Mic check.
And
Luke's doing a mic check.
In the middle of the show. I was able to do the Twitch drop to get the beta for Multiverses.
Yeah.
Spent some time with it. Played about 65, 70 matches, I think.
Golly.
Wow.
I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun for me. I know Luke hates it, and Luke's going to dump on it. But I've really had a good time playing it. Can't wait for it to go live tomorrow.
Listen. There's potential. They just need to let me jump with the stick and not a button. And I feel like that game will improve by 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My entire way I've played those types of games has always revolved around going up.
With the
joystick.
Here's where this gets even better.
Okay.
And I kind of joked about range. My least favorite part of Smash is that you jump with up. I hate it. I think it feels awful. But it's just weird. Like, it's all preference.
The good thing, though, is in Smash, you have the choice.
Right. You can change it.
Yeah. Like, it wouldn't let me do that.
Well, and and we were having the issues with the private matches, like, changes not sticking either, though.
Yeah. They need a 1.1 update.
Yeah.
Fast.
I would bet there's something tomorrow that fixes some stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty small studio. It's a free-to-play game, so I'm sure over time it'll get fine-tuned. But
I'll come back in 6 months when it's good.
When it's like finally rolling at all cylinders. I've really enjoyed it though. I'm a Superman main. I will probably stay there a while, but I am gonna try to get LeBron tomorrow when he releases, so I can dunk on people, because I think that's my favorite part of his role in the game. But yeah, Multiverse for me is a ton of fun. I look forward to playing more of it. And then the other 2 things that I did, we're going to talk about as a group.
Yeah.
And
we'll talk about
the third thing I did, there will be a review for it on the website later this week.
Ooh, can you give us a little more of a tease than that?
I am reading a new book called Upgrade by Blake Crouch, who wrote Dark Matter and Recursion. Dark Matter is getting ready to be a TV show on Apple TV. Sci-fi about genetic editing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's really good. I've been really, really pleased with it.
Cool.
Also, shout out to Dead Fist, who is occasionally in our chat. He actually bought the book for me for my birthday. Dead Fist.
It looks like Nick over in the chat is an Iron Giant main.
Yeah. Freaking Iron Giant takes up half the screen when you play. Yes, he is.
That's awesome.
Oops, I absolutely
Luke?
Logic. The only character I kind of liked was Shaggy, who is the one you use in the tutorial.
I like using Shaggy. He's fun.
Well, he's the closest one to Peach.
It's true.
Peach
yeah,
main.
you were talking about the sandwich thing being like really similar.
Yeah, I was a Peach main in Smash.
Luke, what else did you do this week?
Or if they put in a Zero Suit Samus clone, I might try that one out.
I wonder who that would be. I wonder if that's who Garnet is.
No, Garnet was on maybe a normal Samus. I don't remember. I remember
I guess that's
the
true.
CPU Garnet was on my team, and she was trash. I was carrying her so hard.
Yeah, we were having to do private matches where like one of us would be on our own with a CPU.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My biggest, I think. Listen, I know it's not Smash. I know that, but like, Smash is so intricate. There's so much you can do, and the learning curve is amazing. It's like you can jump and have a really fun party game, and it's a blast. But then like, there's a million moves that you can master, and I didn't even know about a lot of them until I even got to college. There had been 4 new Smash games.
Yeah.
And the move list for Multiverses is just so small.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
And I keep trying to do other things, and I feel like it doesn't do what I want. And it was just making me mad.
I've seen some people talk about the inputs being a little. I don't know if it's like a latency problem.
It's very unresponsive.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I do one thing, and it's like, okay, now I'll do it, but I've already been hit.
Yeah,
by something else.
I've seen some of that on Twitter.
It was like, especially too, because like in Smash you're just like attack, your over attack, your tilt attack, your smash attack, and a dash attack. So like both your buttons had 16 different moves.
Yeah.
And it will probably never be that, but
I remember when it first, they first released like the Smash Pro players playing the game, and the first thing they said when they did their interview after playing was, "If you think this is like Smash, it's not." Yeah. That was their first comment. So,
and I said this in the text too. Nobody is ever gonna replicate Smash.
No.
Not even Nintendo can do it.
Right.
They made Melee, and they've never been able to replicate it because they're afraid to make a competitive game. But it's whatever. I might try it out again later. When they eventually they release a Harry Potter character,
yeah,
I'll probably go back in.
Yeah.
You and Lepke want it to be Dobby.
I think that'd be hilarious. I'm sure they'll add Voldemort, Dumbledore, or Harry will be one of the 3.
Or multiple.
Yeah.
They could do, because I mean they've added multiple DC characters.
Yeah. So. What else did I do? I've actually done quite a bit, so I'm gonna try and go through this kind of quick. It was Moon Landing Day. This past July 20th is the day that Apollo 11 landed on the moon. I just want to shout out that because it's a great day. I watched Apollo 11, the documentary, again. I freaking love that movie so much. And
who made that?
Neon, I think, and CNN. But it's just a bunch of archival footage from NASA. And if you just want to watch a launch and a moon landing and launching off the moon in real time, it's amazing to watch, and it's been like upgraded into 4K.
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and the soundtrack is amazing. And then if you're like, I don't know if any of this is real, then you can go onto YouTube and you can watch Corridor Crew, watch it, and be like, this is why this is actually real. It's really amazing. I really encourage people to go watch it. It was almost my favorite movie of the year it came out.
2020?
19? 18, 19?
18, 19.
I think it was the year 1917 came out.
19.
But yeah, it's so good. All right, here's my first bummer thing of the day. I've been playing this game. I've talked about it a couple times. Plague Tale: Innocence.
Oh yeah.
It's an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hit the last level, and it kind of just ruins all of it.
Oh man.
Nothing. It's not story related. It's gameplay.
Oh.
The entire game, you sneak around, and make sure you stay in the light to avoid rats, and you hide from guards. And every once in a while, maybe you have to hit one with a rock on the sling.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the last level is you are attacking this castle with your little sling. And it's like an action game. And the combat in that game is so bad. It's so bad. I got back from Nope last night all hyped up after seeing it. Spoilers for review. And I was like, all right, I'm going to beat this game because I'm on the last level. And I want to make sure that I can talk about it. And it just like completely ruined my night. I was up till 1 a.m. trying to beat it. The last level took me like 4 hours. It's because it doesn't work.
That is always disappointing to me when a game abandons kind of its
what's made it good.
The mechanics to try and either give you that like here's this action hero moment or a
And it's like, why can't we make this boss fight and these boss fight moments use the mechanics we've learned?
Yeah.
Like, distract him, sneak around him, and then wall up in the face with a little rock.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm in an open room dodging rats that he controls. Oh, spoilers. And then your little brother can control. It's a wild game. It really is a wild game. And it was so upsetting. And
play the sequel?
I'll play it.
Yeah.
It's an indie game, and it's indie-ish, I guess. It's not like a major studio, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it is. I think it's...
I'm sure they'll have updated mechanics and everything, especially since it's on newer gen.
It's not Superman. Asobo. Okay, sorry.
Asobo. But man, yeah, it was really disappointing. Went to bed like angry and mad. Whatever. Another thing that made me mad, for different reasons for this one. Through the past couple weeks, I've been on like a little Catherine Bigelow little marathon. And so I watched Hurt Locker and I watched Zero Dark 30. Both incredible movies. If you haven't watched them, check them out. They're both fantastic. And I was like, I've never seen Detroit. I'm going to go watch Detroit. I'm never watching it again. It was really good. It's amazing. But it pissed me off so much. Mainly because it's a true story. And nothing's really changed, it feels like. If you don't know the story, it's during the Detroit riots. And police suspect that a gun goes off and they're looking in this house. And they're just abusing all these black people in this house and torturing them pretty much. And I don't know, it was really upsetting to watch and to know that this actually happened.
Yeah.
Will Poulter plays the super racist cop, and you just hate him. You absolutely hate him. He does a great job. Mm-hmm. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be interesting to watch because we'll see his face, and I'll just want to punch him. John Boyega is fantastic in it. I don't remember the rest of the cast. Everybody's great. But yeah, I will probably never watch that one again.
Fair enough. But it had an emotional impact.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Did its
it's
job.
so well made. Catherine Bigelow is. I love the way she makes movies.
How many has she made? Is it just those 3?
No, she's made other ones. But she's so like in your face, and the way she uses the camera makes you feel like you're actually there. It's a lot of handheld stuff, I'm pretty sure. And it's it was a rough watch. But it's really, really well made.
What else you got?
Blackbird, Only Murders in the Building, both fantastic.
Did you know she made Point Break?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. The original one.
Yes.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah,
We need
sorry.
to clarify that in
I
case you
forgot
don't know.
they
Good to
did
double
remake
check
that.
on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
They remade it, and I didn't even breathe on it because I was like, "No way, is that gonna be anything close to good." Multiverses, I did that.
Yep.
I had played Destiny. Destiny, honestly, is in a rough spot right now because it's Solstice and it sucks.
We should make like the circle chart of like Luke's feelings towards Destiny, where it's like we're here right now, and like have that pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
We should make one.
Just put it right there.
I'll see what our
The little
graphics
wheel.
team can write.
Yeah, give our graphics guys a call, but
Yeah.
only give them like 6 minutes and
Yeah.
$3.
Just
to
have
make it.
Claire
Sounds
make
good.
it. She probably like has supplies from like art classes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can make a little
And then I'll
pinwheel.
scan it
Every day when I come in here, or every week when I come in here, I'm not here every day. I'll just like move it to where I'm at.
We'll just make it digitally. We'll just hire some VFX artists, underpay them, and make them make it in 5 minutes.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah.
And then when it comes in and it's all like wonky, we'll just
It's just
say
it's
it's their
it's
fault.
the lull of the Destiny season, and Solstice this year is just another grind, and it's more grindy than ever.
Touche.
And the loot sucks. It's terrible.
Well, Luke, I know you did a couple other things. You watched some movies.
I did.
I watched some movies too. I really didn't do anything. We went on a family vacation up to Kansas City, so got to see my sister and hang out with my brother-in-law and my family. So that was all good.
Did you eat barbecue?
We did have some barbecue.
Where'd you go?
We had it ordered in.
The Arthur Bryant's?
No.
Joe's?
The Q?
No.
The Q32, 23, 46? I don't remember what it's called.
I don't remember.
We went to Kansas City and you don't remember what barbecue?
My bad, man.
You failed me.
Oklahoma
Danny,
Joe's.
if you listen to this podcast, can you tell us where can you
Please,
message
Danny,
me?
since Brett can't. I need
Where we
barbecue
got
recommendations.
barbecue?
I'm going to freaking Kansas City next week.
I will get you some recommendations.
And I'm going to be sitting in
Hog-
Kansas City by myself
Hog-
for
One of the
12
things-
hours.
Wild Pit Barb.
One of the things we did while we were there in Kansas City was watch The Gray Man as a family.
Ew. I watched that with my family as well. Just my wife. But
That
My
still counts
wife.
as your family.
Yeah.
Luke, who'd you watch it with?
I watch it with my family too. My family of me. Just me. Family of one. Don't high five that.
I'll high five that.
Watch it with my wife and kids.
So Destiny and
Yeah, propped
your
up
guardians.
propped up Destiny. My comic
Luke's
books.
married to that.
Your kid was here.
Luke has a more complicated relationship than either of us do with our wives.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, we all watched The Gray Man.
Yeah, real quick, let's give our thoughts. I'll read my tweet, which goes something like this. The Gray Man is fun. It succeeds primarily off the charisma of its cast, but stumbles into traditional genre tropes and messaging. Also, some pretty iffy cinematography for a $200 million budget.
So I would agree with all of that, and then I would add, if you've seen the Lone Wolf Spy movie, you've seen this movie.
It doesn't really do anything.
It doesn't do anything that sets
anything
itself apart.
that sets itself apart from Bourne or the modern Bond movies. Like,
Right.
it's just a little. It's hard to say it's bigger than Bond. It's definitely bigger than the Bourne movies, but
in scope, yeah.
in scope. Luke, what are your...
Had the same size budget as No Time to Die.
Wow.
I'm trying to freaking get on my...
Luke can't remember his thoughts.
No, I'm trying to get on my letterbox, but it won't let me click anything.
I will say, like I had mentioned, I think Ryan Gosling is really fun in this.
Me too.
I think he's having... I think the whole cast is having fun.
Yeah.
But, like, he being the protagonist, that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
And his charisma carries...
I thought he was
Carries
good.
this. Yeah.
Like, full stop. I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah.
He's super entertaining.
He's always... He doesn't do...
He plays the distant but caring person really well.
Yeah. And I think as an action star, he's not been overused yet. And his action is always kind of a little quirky. And it fits his personality well. You kind of mentioned he goes through the film with having these moments of like, oh, that didn't work out quite right.
Yeah.
And he kind of has to improvise. And he plays that really, really well. Luke,
Yeah.
did you get in?
I did. So this is what I wrote on my Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd.
Oh, all of us.
Oh yeah, you guys have them too. But Brett doesn't really use it.
I haven't updated in a while. I'm sorry.
So much potential for an entertaining action thriller with some heartfelt moments peppered throughout. But it's just flat. The Gray Man is a result of having violence in a movie for violence sake instead of to serve a story. The Prague set piece was so stupid. Bad CGI, bad cinematography, and too many drone shots.
The drone shots
They were making me feel sick.
is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about cinematography.
The one where it like swoops across really fast, I was like, whoa, where did we get this from?
Yeah.
All of them?
Well, there's one in particular where it's like like way out of left field. Like it doesn't feel like a scene that would need it at all.
It's just like every time there was a establishing this is a new area shot, it was
But and it's the only time they use it. I mean, maybe not, but it's the
They used
time
it a
where
couple
it's-
times.
where it's the most obvious.
They used it on the plane crash. Like when it was like on fire, the drone was like they used the same
Oh.
it's not I mean it's all CG, but it's just like going around the plane. I'm just like, "Oh, can we stop this please?"
It just for a movie of this caliber, I expect you to be able to rent out a helicopter and get that, or a plane and get that shot.
They had the money
Right.
for it.
Dude, no studio has the balls to do a skydiving scene after both Kingsman and Mission Impossible Fallout. You just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Uncharted tried. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
We've gotten 2 real skydiving scenes.
What'd you guys think about Chris Evans as the antagonist?
I think he accomplished what he set out to do, which is be a douchebag, and he did a good job of it. I think he plays douchebag really well, though.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
in this
he's
especially.
really good at it. So I enjoyed him.
Luke?
I found the bombastic performance irritating and out of place. For the most part, it's a pretty serious movie with some light-hearted humor throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just like screaming about his loafers or something. And it didn't vibe with me at all. I just feel like maybe it's just me not liking anything that feels like the Joker.
It's definitely an out there performance. It's a big swing. I didn't mind it. I would agree. I would say it probably felt a little over the top. And maybe that could have. It maybe could have felt a little more. He could have maybe felt a little more threatening had I seen him. Had he had a more intense fight with Ryan Gosling early in the movie, type of thing.
You know what I think? I think he and the dude who gets the necklace from him,
Mm-hmm.
the Tamil guy,
Mm-hmm.
they should have been one character.
I
I would have liked to.
I don't
I would have
know.
liked to
I see
see
what you
him
mean.
be
I
that.
see.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what you mean there.
Create make them actually have a
Like-
conflict, not be talking through a phone basically the whole movie.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do kind of have a bunch of pretty much all the named antagonists are just behind the desk.
Yeah.
They're the people making the calls.
Yeah, I remember. So like the movie, Dana watched it with me, and like when it ended, I was like, "There's a much better version of this movie out there called John Wick
Yeah.
that I'd much rather watch than watch this again." Because as soon as it ended, I was like, I kind of just want to watch John Wick now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of has the same feel, like someone sending a bunch of people after him.
Right.
Because he had something they want. Whereas, John Wick's dealing with a bunch of people, not because he has something he wants. I mean, that's the sequel, but...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just... I don't know.
Yeah.
They could have done better, but, I mean, all in all, I thought the cast was good.
For me, the big turning point is the Prague action set piece. And it's just so stupidly made and written.
Yeah, you were saying...
From that point on, I was just like, what is the point of all of this? All these explosions? It just felt like the Russos and Marcus and McFeely were just like, we have this crazy idea with this tram.
Oh, yeah.
And we just got to get to it. And just like the idea of...
It didn't feel organic at all.
Sending 40 guys to a guy that's handcuffed to
a bench.
A bench.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, just kill everybody around him. It's just like, oh yeah, it's because he's the bad guy. Okay. It's like, you can think it out a little bit. Like, a villain can be smart.
Yeah.
And it was just, and then there's just like, they're just like, kill every cop you see. And it's just like, this is so dumb. Then there's like M60s everywhere, just shooting at them. They have a warthog with the giant grenade launcher on the back, and I'm just like, this is so stupid. Like, it crossed from dumb action into literally stupidity for me.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, I was just kind of out.
Out of
Thank
it.
goodness, like, Ryan Gosling, and I liked Ana de Armas in it too.
Yeah.
Were like holding down the fort so hard for me. Because I agree. I think Ryan Gosling is really good. I think he has a really unique sense of comedic timing, especially in this movie. I think he's really great at it. I think he's really underrated in it. Watch The Nice Guys if you want to see Ryan Gosling be really funny. Tyler. I just have to give you a hard time because you know.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
It is such a good movie. It is full of swearing, just FYI.
And, nudity.
Yeah,
But it's great.
It's mature.
It's really great. It's
rated R for a reason.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite comedies.
It's great.
But yeah.
Where does The Gray Man fall for you guys?
Oh, that's a Matthew McConaughey for me.
Straight to streaming. I think it's right where it belongs.
Those are always nice.
If I would have seen this in a theater, it would be a dumpster fire.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I would have been so mad after paying money to see this.
I think it's entertaining enough. There's, like we said earlier, I don't think there's anything special about it, which is why it ends up at a Matthew McConaughey for me.
Yeah. I don't think it's particularly bad. I don't think it's particularly good.
Yeah. It's entertaining. I thought it wasn't overly long. 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah.
It was paced fairly well.
And 12 of those minutes are the credits.
Yeah.
So.
Decent action. I think it could have done a little more to subvert, especially in the third act, but I understand that it's based off of a book, so it's probably trying to follow it to a certain degree.
I thought it was funny how it, like, had a random ending. Like, I thought it was over, and they're like...
Oh, yeah, it's like, no, actually, it's not over.
It was like, here's this morally good person throughout the movie. Actually, they're not. Also, here's a little quick action scene. Okay, now we're done. This is like... Oh.
They just had to tie Silverberg.
They just needed sequel bait,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is...
So they can spend $400 million on the next one.
I think it's a 3 or 4 book series, so...
Yeah,
Just go watch The Terminal List
if the second one gets made.
on Amazon.
I wonder, I was going to ask you, how does it... Is it kind of the same type of movie? Like, show?
I mean, it's...
Same space?
Terminal List is more grounded.
Okay.
Because it's a Spec Ops guy who thinks that his Spec Ops team was set up.
Okay.
And then he gets home and...
Is
he right or wrong? Just watch it. The Terminal List is so good. Go watch that show. It's amazing. Chris Pratt is really good in it. I think you guys will both really like it, especially since
I've watched the first episode.
Okay.
And
Oh, so you've seen the end of the first episode?
Yeah,
You're just like, darn it! I think you'll really like it too, because I know you get frustrated with Chris Pratt because he does the same thing every time.
Yeah, and this is very. Yeah.
And it's so nice to see him act.
Yeah.
It really is awesome.
Yeah. All right, the other movie we watched this week was Nope.
Nope.
Jordan, no, you didn't watch it?
Yes. No. Yes, I did.
Nope.
Yeah. So
Nope.
we
No,
all
not together.
watched Nope.
Yes, together.
Luke and I watched it together.
We held
Tyler
hands.
watched it by
I
himself.
was off on Friday, so I just went to the theater at
nice.
noon and ate a hot dog and watched the movie.
That sounds awesome.
Sat in the wrong seat for the credits or for the trailers, and I was like, shoot. Then I moved down a row.
Did someone call you out on it?
No.
Oh.
There was nobody in there.
Man, our theater was pretty empty.
Ours was too.
That kind of made me sad. It was.
Was it? Really?
I went with Luke. I'm sorry.
It was Sunday evening though.
Tyler,
Lefty says Terminal List A+.
you saw this movie first, so I want you to give us your impression first.
Thumbs up.
Ooh.
I didn't tweet out any things that I had watched this week. I was still in vacation mode, so
Sure.
I was kind of busy.
He's a little lazy on vacation, is what he's saying.
Yes, very. Well, yeah, kind of.
Getting sick climbing mountains.
No, I think in my mind, Jordan Peele's 3 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked all of his movies, and I think this one is just really, really strong entry. Just a really, really strong entry. We'll talk about it when we review it, but
dude, there's another Nope that came out in 2021.
I'm just a big fan of what Jordan Peele does as a writer.
Yeah.
I really like kind of how he can bake in these really thoughtful themes and meaningful themes inside of stories that really just are crazy. Like, this is an alien movie with a really strong thematic element, and it's just really cool.
Yeah. I said that my tweet was that Nope is fantastic. It subverts and surprises around each corner while giving us characters to care about that make interesting choices. It's not as scary as marketing implies. Definitely, they're leaning into like, this is a horror film, and it's like it's got some
scary
jump
bits.
Scares, a few, but ultimately it's not.
It made me
a
jump like
horror
twice.
Film.
I bet I know what part. You missed out because you didn't get to see it with me.
Luke jumped straight up out of his seat. Pretty sure that boy lost his pants for a moment.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I was wearing black shorts. They're hard to find.
What part?
There's something that
Horse
falls
car.
out of the sky.
Oh no, I didn't jump at that part.
Oh,
You got Luke.
bro, I was on the
You
ceiling.
got Luke so good. But one thing I wanted to add as we...
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I got my legs all over the place. What I really appreciate about watching Peele as a writer, director, as this is his third movie now, and I think you can see the cleanliness of Get Out in the story and the metaphor, the big idea that's in Us, but it's not quite as clean. And I think he's cleaned that up with the simplicity and the nice, tight story.
Yeah, it's super tight.
For Nope.
Super tight.
I swear, if this doesn't... Oh my gosh, sorry. Letterboxd is pissing me off.
Why are you not doing this
It's
10 minutes in advance?
It's not saving. I hadn't written anything for this, and I was like, I should.
Oh, okay.
What I said
Yes.
was Jaws as a Western sci-fi. Yes.
Yeah, it definitely has.
That's a great way to describe it.
It definitely has some Spielberg, Jaws, Close Encounters vibes to it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I still think Get Out is his best movie, and I love Get Out. But I think I like this one more because it's a Western and a sci-fi.
Yeah.
It being a Western really more than anything else, it's like my favorite part about it.
And it was weird because like I didn't get that from the trailers.
Yeah.
But then like you sit down and you're like, oh no, like the very beginning of the movie, you're like, well, once you get past the intro,
And the soundtrack too.
There are like 3 stars
Dude,
to this movie.
the run music, like when he makes the run, I've played that song like 100 times. It's so good. No, go ahead.
I was even just like, as I was thinking about the movie today, I was just like making this Venn diagram in my head of horror, sci-fi, western, and the similarities that they have, and how he just took that Venn diagram and made it into a movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's so well made too.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Good use of budget, not going over the top. Without spoiling things, I am a huge fan of Peele's idea of aliens.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
110 billion% agree.
Because like I wasn't expecting that. Like when it's kind of revealed what's going on, you're like, oh, this is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
Like
really clever idea, and I'm surprised I didn't pick it up earlier.
And like,
there's even a little bait and switch early on in the movie too.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and when the movie was being marketed, I was kind of complaining. I was like, why are they showing the ship so much?
Yeah.
Like, why would you ruin that? All those great shots. It's because it's in the movie a lot.
Yeah.
But like, you don't really have a choice.
It's in there like super early on too. It's
Yeah.
like maybe 15 minutes and you see the ship. For
Yeah.
the first time you're like, oh, okay.
We're like jumping into this.
But we're going. This is not going to take any time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't feel like this movie ever misses a beat. I don't feel like it slows down. I feel like it moves well. I've heard people call it a comedy. I think there's some funny aspects, but I don't know that I'd call it a comedy.
There is funny bits,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's not a.
It doesn't feel
comedy.
like a comedy though.
People need to understand what a comedy is.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, I think.
Because
this is not a super funny movie.
No.
There's some bits.
And in fact, there's like
Bro,
some pretty disturbing parts too.
Yes.
there's comedy in like 7.
Right.
Doesn't make it a comedy.
Right.
Yeah, there is some pretty disturbing parts, and I think one of I don't want to call it a con. I'll call it a creative decision that me personally, though it's perfectly fine in the movie, I would have done different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just leaving something out to invoke a little more mystery. And I'll just leave it at that. It's a spoiler, I think. It's all a little tea.
Man, now I'm really curious.
We'll have to talk about it off the air.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I have any cons for this movie.
It's a shame too, because like I think it's a good moment, but I'm like, if that isn't there, does it help the rest? So
Yeah.
We gotta get through this so I can hear what he's thinking.
Yeah. One thing
inside
that I'll say that
nothing good.
I think I've seen a lot of complaints online about, and I just would say go in it with an open mind, is that not everything is like truly narratively it's narratively connected, but there's a bit of this movie, there's 2 scenes that are very disconnected from the rest of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very important when you're thinking about the theme of the movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it is tied in narratively, but not super strong. So I would encourage you, when you see you'll know it when you see it.
You'll be like, what?
What is like, really think about what's Peele trying to say.
Yeah. With
the character, the 2 characters that are really in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Those scenes. So, it left me scratching my head a little bit walking out of the theater, like, oh, I kind of expected more closure around this thing, but then when I thought about it, I was like, not really. It doesn't. It's there for the theme to reinforce those themes.
Yeah.
So
the theme that they're showing you on the other parts of the movie.
Yeah.
This collection of scenes is telling you it.
Yeah. Yep. I give it a booyah.
Me too.
Give it a booyah as well. I need to like show you guys something. just you guys. We don't have to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, booyahs all around. One of the better movies this year.
Sure. Absolutely.
Jordan Peele, 3 for 3, baby.
This is where I'm sitting right now.
Oh my gosh!
This is where I'm sitting right now. I don't even know what I'm dealing with right. Like I'm struggling over here, guys. I got
Give you a back row.
I got 5 movies listed at 1, tied for first on
Tied
my
for
movies of the
first.
year, and it's pissing me off because I like them all so much.
I mean, I've only seen 3 of the 5, but those 3 are phenomenal movies.
I now have 5 Booyahs in my.
I've not added. To
I have
mine
6
yet.
Booyahs. I also have the bad guys.
Oh yeah.
That's out on Blu-ray now.
Okay, well, let's move over before we get into. Oh, Luke's gonna sing for us. Before we get into normally we'd move into trailers right here, but let's talk about some news, and then we'll kind of transition into trailers and San Diego Comic-Con stuff. So was there any news this week that was not Comic-Con related?
I got a few stories.
Oh, good. I have a couple too.
EA is reportedly making a Black Panther game.
Oh.
I've seen a lot of people complaining about this and saying it's EA, they're gonna screw it up.
No, they might.
EA has some good studios under their belt too, though.
Well, and this is reportedly Monolith, who did the Lord of the Rings games. Shadow of Mordor.
I don't know how they're gonna have time to make this because they're making
Wonder Woman.
It might not be the whole same team. I think it's maybe some of the leads.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get a Wonder Woman Black Panther crossover game?
Ayo.
This is how it happens, boys.
I'm curious. I'm looking forward to whatever this turns out to be.
Absolutely.
Look, EA, Respawn made Fallen Order. So I'm sure there's somebody pulling the right strings that are gonna get this done right.
Isn't EA the one who tweeted out that single player games are dumb?
It is. It is.
Essentially.
It is. Yes.
What the heck, EA?
I'll stay with EA real quick.
Yeah.
Apex Legends announced their next legend, Vantage, sniper-based character with a story from the Outland that I've not watched yet. But
it was good.
I've heard it's good, and I really like the design of the character and her little bat.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool. So looking forward to that.
Staying in gaming, the Xbox Series S and X are getting a update to boot up twice as fast. You thought 9 seconds was fast. It'll be less than 5 now.
Wow. I did not see this. That seems like kind of overkill.
I know, right? It's like they basically said
we're gonna be even faster.
I'm not even gonna have my TV on yet.
Right?
I still gotta find the remote.
They're like, we really needed to just cut the animation was what was like we were too dependent on the animation being 9 seconds long, so we made the animation shorter.
Wait, is this from it being in off mode?
Yeah.
Oh, then it doesn't even apply. Mine's in rest mode.
Oh no! Sorry, this is rest.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Ooh. I think so, at least. Ooh. I don't know. Mine is always on before my display turns on automatically with my Xbox, and it's always on before my display turns on.
So my PlayStation does the opposite. If I turn my TV on,
I turned that off.
I need to turn that off. It drives me insane.
It's a lifesaver, let me tell you.
If I turn my TV on, it turns my PlayStation on, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, so you turn off your Xbox. So a lot of times my PlayStation would then just turn on because it'd switch to that input.
Yeah.
And I'd turn off my PlayStation.
It's just in the settings. I can go on the PlayStation and turn it off.
Chaos.
Okay. I'm gonna probably go home and do that tonight because it pisses me off so much.
Well, some news that I'm really, 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 really excited about is that one of my favorite book series growing up is getting a Disney Plus treatment. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm really, really, really excited about it.
Because it's getting a Disney Plus treatment?
I'm tentatively excited.
Tentatively.
Tentacles.
Excited. Aragon, the book series, is getting worked on for Disney Plus. Live action
TV show.
So,
Never read it.
I read the first 2.
I am
believe that.
excited about it mostly because
I think so.
From a story perspective, Chris Paolini is going to co-write on the show. That's, to me, that's just as important as having someone like Neil Gaiman involved in The Sandman. Like,
Blake Crouch is running Dark Matter.
Right. Like, that's a huge win if you can get the original author to at least be in the room. Like, here's why Now this series is all done, so like theoretically you should know why things are important.
George
but, like,
R.R. Martin had a cameo cut from House of the Dragon. And same thing.
But yeah, I'm excited about this overall.
I mean, I'm indifferent because I've not read the books. But you're a huge fan of the books. Lepke is a huge fan of the books.
It'll be interesting to
so-
see if they skew towards kid or like young adult.
Or like the target.
Like they're not gonna make it
age.
mature, but like
No.
my guess is they'll end up that young adult.
Did you read Paley's newest book? You ever finished that?
I hate you.
To sleep in a bed of
Roses.
roses, bury
And
me
thorns.
bury me in roses, lay me down.
You know, because
Something.
he's got a prequel and a sequel to that book coming out, right?
Look, I started it and it's really dense, and I just haven't had the time.
Actually, funny enough, it's more similar to Nope than you would think.
Oh, interesting. All right, well,
Which is really weird, but
fascinating. Other piece of TV news: Kurt and Wyatt Russell are joining the Apple TV Plus Godzilla series. This is based in the legendary Warner Brothers universe.
it'll be well acted.
Monsterverse. So that's kind of interesting. I'm more excited about this than I am about another Godzilla and Kong adventure.
Is Kurt Russell gonna get Bryan Cranston?
Probably.
You know what? I'll take it.
I would say that's still my favorite of the series. So
The first one?
the first one, Kong might Skull Island is right up there. As soon as you get the two of them together, though, ugh,
Magic.
not magic.
Movie magic.
Finally, for me,
I like that movie.
my last piece of news before Comic-Con stuff is A Quiet Place Day 1, which is a prequel to A Quiet Place, was delayed until March of 2024.
Okay.
So, did you guys have other news stories?
I did. My favorite game, Destiny 2. They're doing a showcase August 23rd, most likely going to show stuff for Lightfall
Mm-hmm.
and probably the next 2 seasons. Very, very curious where this is going to go. And I'm very excited, even though I was kind of dumping on them earlier.
Just about a month away.
I hate Destiny, it's my favorite game.
That's a terrible but great feeling.
It's so true, though.
That's the relationship.
Are you
I have with
excited to
Madden.
spend another $120 on a collector's edition?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Especially when I can see.
Wait, you think it's
Wonder
going to
what-
be a Traveler? You think it's going to be the Traveler?
I think it's probably going to be the Witness.
Like, what if it's the Traveler and it, like...
It's gonna be the
press a
Traveler?
button and it, like, gets cut, like, it goes dark or something like
Or
that.
you hit a button and it explodes and it's like all the egregore stuff.
Gosh.
I think it's gonna be. You know how like LeBron has that face that he made. I think it's just gonna be that on the Traveler, like with a picture taped to it.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if it actually is a Witness statue, though.
The Witness. Oh, the Witness. Sorry, I was thinking of Rohuk.
Roke.
No.
From that raid we still haven't done.
Right. Need to get on that. Anyways,
I've got
continue.
2 more things, kind of. I'm honestly not sure what some of this stuff is considered Comic-Con or not, but it is nerd related, but whatever. Avatar, Pandora hangout
Frontiers of
spot.
Pandora,
Yeah. Was delayed until 2023. Luke is sad. And Netflix,
The game or
the game,
the
Yeah,
massive
game.
the video game, yes, was delayed to 2023. The movie is still coming out.
dude. I feel like Ubi is struggling to push things out right now, big time.
Mm.
And that's the Division team.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if them releasing their update for Division 2 is what delayed it. Because they just pushed out 2 new seasons of that with the
Could be.
Skeleton Crew.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering how many resources that pulled away from the Avatar game.
Yeah.
Let's carry on.
Hot off Stranger Things 4, Umbrella Academy Season 3, and now The Gray Man. Netflix has lost 1 million subscribers.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
Wow, I did not see this.
Remember when we were all like, oh man, they lost 200,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
we'll multiply that by 5 now. People are getting tired of Netflix. Getting tired of their crap.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I would agree. If they're gonna spend $200 million on a crap movie, over and over again now. I feel like this is the 4th time in a row there's been a Netflix movie. It's super expensive and it's just bad. I know you guys liked it
Not
more
bad.
than me,
Well,
but
yeah. Neither of us. I mean, it's not.
it's not worth $200 million.
I don't know.
For
Yeah,
what they gave
I would
us.
say I don't think it was. That seemed like a movie that should have cost them 150, maybe.
I feel like you could make it for like 50.
Well, they probably spent 25 on the opening fight with all the fireworks.
Yeah.
Nah, they just did that in the volume probably.
Netflix don't have no volume of their own.
Well,
It's the abbreviated volume. It's VOL.
they did also. Netflix did announce Dragon Prince 4.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a clip.
So-
We didn't get a trailer, but we did get an exclusive clip.
So good faith. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we did get that.
I did not watch the clip. I will watch the trailer when it comes out, but I did not watch the clip.
They also announced, or I don't know if this wouldn't have been Netflix. This was Nickelodeon, and I guess we can kind of use this as a jumping off into Comic-Con.
Do we have anything else before Comic Con?
Yes.
Hit it.
Well, I have two trailers that aren't Comic-Con.
We're not talking about trailers yet, Luke.
Don't Worry, Darling had a trailer.
You also have that. Mortal Kombat.
Dude,
What was that? I didn't know if that was these are Comic-Con or not.
Okay.
The Don't Worry Darling trailer gave me big, like, Black Swan vibes, and I love it. I'm here for it.
I haven't seen Black Swan, but I did really like the trailer.
Like, really diving deep into the, like, psychological messing with your mind kind of stuff.
I'm just
I just
at
think
the
it's gonna
end.
be good.
It turns out they're all mannequins in a little nuke city,
Ooh.
and they get melted.
And Will Smith shows up, and he's like, "Not again."
And then a fridge lands in the middle of it, and Harrison Ford pops out.
What was your other trailer?
Reservation Dogs season 2 trailer. It's a show on Hulu.
Doesn't that start in August?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
The show is so good though. It's written and produced by Taika Waititi, and it's really good. It's Taika making something good, not Thor: Love and Thunder.
To be fair, most of what Taika has made has been good.
Yes,
I think Love and Thunder is the exception, not the rule.
indeed.
But, yeah. So the other announcement, real quick, I want to talk about. I'm not sure if this is Comic-Con or not, because I just saw it randomly on my Twitter feed. But I guess they're making a Avatar: The Last Airbender
Oh, movie
as
when they're adults. Yeah,
the kind of the OG crew, but as adults.
I'm here for that.
I thought that was a really
Mm-hmm.
fun idea. Just it's a one-off story, like a movie, and I mean it could be sequels. But
Will we
it's not a whole
finally
series.
figure out what happened to Zuko's mom?
Definitely.
Dude, I might cry if they do that.
Definitely. Okay, back over to trailers. We got a Halloween Ends trailer that I hadn't seen. That was before the Nope movie. Yeah, this is a big thumbs down. I
This trailer.
don't really
First of all,
care.
the trailer was terrible, and the movie looks terrible, and I don't care about it.
Yeah, I didn't see the second one. Like the first one was.
I didn't even like the first one.
I enjoyed the first one, but like it didn't make. I didn't want to see a sequel.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really care to see it. Also, they're calling it Halloween Ends, but they're definitely gonna reboot it. In 10 years. So thumbs down for me too.
Probably less than 10 years. 5 years. I give him 5.
Or it'll just be like Halloween Resurrect again.
Halloween,
Again.
20 years later, H2O 2.
Now, at that point, they'll be like doing crossovers with Scream
Please don't. Scream's actually good.
for now.
For now.
If the same directors are doing the next one, I'm okay with it. Now you got me
We
nervous again. Gosh,
got
dang it.
a Mythic Quest Season 3 trailer. which looks awesome. I love Mythic Quest. It's an Apple TV Plus show. Haven't seen it. About video game development. It's hilarious.
Yes,
Very
the
good.
same directors are doing Scream 6 if you're curious.
I'm not, but
People
Thanks
are
for-
ready or not.
thanks for filling me in on that.
Ready or not, here I come.
You're welcome.
Mortal Kombat 2, the same director's coming back,
Yeah.
which I'm cool with. I had a lot of fun with that movie.
I didn't care about that movie.
I
Um,
don't
Thought it
care
was-
about you.
Pretty terrible.
here's I think the fun part.
What did I write?
The writer is
This is the part that made me go, no!
the writer is Jeremy Slater.
You know what he did?
No.
I do. Let's just rattle off some of his stuff.
I'll go
He's the guy who wrote The Umbrella Academy
Oh.
and Moon Knight
first. And Moon Knight.
Oh.
and Fanned Four Stick
Oh.
and The Lazarus Effect. What else is on there? I'm gonna go look up his.
It's not all good.
He literally only has like one good thing, which is
Mortal
Umbrella
Kombat
Academy.
was my 48th most. 48. It was ranked 48 out of my 51 movies I saw last year.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, he wrote Death Note, the Netflix movie.
In any case.
The Exorcist TV show.
Can we?
Dude, but man,
Move on.
Umbrella Academy is good. So, like, he can do it. But also, it's Mortal Kombat, so, like...
I just need it to be violent and have cool fight scenes, and I'm good. Help?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Brett's
Sorry.
gonna lose his mind.
We'll talk about Fast and Furious
Oh
next.
God. no.
Yeah!
And then Ready Player One and Space
Yo!
Jam.
I want all of those to cross over.
John Wick 4. Got a teaser trailer.
It did.
Thumbs up.
Big thumbs up. I'm excited for this.
Somehow they keep making these and they keep making them good. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the secret sauce is, but keep it coming.
I saw the
because-
dog attack that one guy, and I just hope Halle Berry comes back.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
'Cause she was
yeah.
awesome.
She was awesome.
There's
That's a spinoff I'd be okay with getting.
when does the ballerina spinoff come out?
Oh,
The
Uh,
ballerina show
I think it.
with
remember
Ana
it
de
was-
Armas.
Originally, it was the Continental, and then they kind of rewrote it. So I'm sure it's way behind
Probably.
I
because
want
they
that show.
Unfortunately.
it's changed hands in terms of who's distributing it to.
Mhm.
So it's kind of in development hell. But Ana de Armas, I'll get
I
that
hope they
pushed
can. I
across.
hope they can get that out.
So here, a month before it releases, we finally got a first real good look at House of the Dragon with our first Game of Thrones spin-off series. What'd you guys think of this trailer?
Thumb sideways for me.
I'll give it a thumbs up. I was entertained by this. It helped that Matt Smith wasn't doing silly dances.
I gotta be 100% honest. I didn't even watch it.
And I thought the dragons looked cool. I
Dragons
appreciate
always look good.
I appreciated that they went with like in the Game of Thrones series, all three dragons basically looked the same. They were just different colors, and like these in this one, like the dragons all look different, which I thought was really nice. It's like they kind of have the same body structure, obviously, but their heads are very unique.
Trying to
The
find-
couple close-ups we got, I thought looked really good.
I'm gonna wait for somebody to be like, okay, this show is just not Game of Thrones Redux.
Yeah, and
Then I'll watch
I'm
it.
I'm a little worried about that based on some of the things that they've said, and the fact that it's kind of about a fight for the Iron Throne.
What?
What? But
No
at the same
way.
time,
Is that why it's
It's a
called
new-
Game of Thrones?
new cast of characters. Oh, fun fact, yes, you're right. That's why it's the Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
New cast characters, and I think having the dragons in there will be very interesting.
There was a dragon I liked more this weekend at Comic-Con, personally. More unique.
You gonna finish that thought?
I guess I could, instead of just waiting here. Dramatic pause effect. We got a Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves trailer. I wasn't really excited for this leading up to it.
Yeah.
I kind
I
of forgot
honestly-
it was happening.
I didn't even remember Chris Pine was in it.
Yeah, I forgot all about it.
And then the trailer started, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of feeling this. gelatinous cubes showed up, and I was like, I can definitely get behind this. And then I found out that the directors are the same directors as Game Night, and I'm honestly just in.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm
I didn't
in for
know
that.
that until you told me that before the show.
And I think the trailer is fun. I like that Chris Pine is playing a bard. So he can have a little more fun than just like being a fighter or something generic. I liked the acid dragon that shows up. That's the dragon I liked more. And from what I hear, like, people are like, hey, it's an actually like accurate dragon to the D&D handbook. You know, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's a druid in there. Remember when we played Pathfinder for the first time? Dude, I was a druid. I was so confused. I had like beast shape and stuff, and I could control animals, and I was like, I'm gonna get this dolphin to attack this dude we're fighting in the
Didn't
water.
you have a panther?
I had a pet leopard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was so freaking cool. Oh, that was fun.
I love it.
But yeah, I'm excited for that movie, man. Thumbs up.
Yep, thumbs up
Thumbs
for
up
me
for
too.
that. Yeah. Yep, that looks good.
I think it looks like it knows what it is.
Next, the trailer that I think for the thing that I'm most excited for the rest of this year. We got another look at the Rings of Power.
Thumbs up.
Our first look at Sauron.
But he's not sexy enough.
He's apparently
Right?
not sexy enough.
He's not
Apparently
sexy
not.
enough.
It's okay. He'll have
All
a couple
those-
seasons to get sexy.
All those
and then-
Tolkien purists out there complaining about black people and not a sexy Sauron, y'all can freaking get out of here. Shut up.
No,
I'm so tired of it, man.
Every time I see more footage from this, I'm just
I think it looks freaking awesome, yeah.
so good, so good. What are you typing there?
I'm trying to figure out who the actor is.
Oh. And then before we get into kind of superhero stuff, we got our Sandman trailer.
Oh man.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
I have no idea what this story is, but I liked this trailer.
Yeah, thumbs up for me.
Yes, thumbs
Yeah,
up.
I'm really excited for this.
I watched it and I was kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
Everything
but
I know
like
about
what-
Sandman.
I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Everything I know about Sandman is Reputation. I've never read it.
Me either.
I think it's too big for me to read, and I think I would get lost.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that they're adapting it, and it looks like
Bringing it in a little bit, yeah.
Neil Gaiman is liking what he's seen, so that gets me excited too. Plus,
Yeah.
he's helping on it, kind of what you said before. But yeah, it looks good.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Looks really good.
I love
Looks
the
trippy.
look of Sandman.
Yeah.
Too. I think his mask looks great.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a
Over
dream.
on the DC stage at Comic-Con, we got another, not a proper, well, maybe a proper trailer, but it was a shorter trailer for Black Adam.
Oh yeah, the sneak peek or whatever.
Sneak peek.
Just thumbs up for me. I thought this.
I actually thought this looked better than
the trailer.
the trailer that
Yeah.
actually came out not too long ago.
Yeah.
My favorite part is just The Rock selling this movie so hard.
I
I think it's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious that in every shot of these movies, like this movie, The Rock has the same expression the entire time, and I'm like, it's not gonna be a movie that's good because of his performance,
It's gonna be everybody around him.
but hopefully everyone around him
Yeah.
like is bringing the
I liked seeing
energy. I mean, he brings energy. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Just not.
I like seeing like 4 Dr. Fates attack him.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was sick.
I'm so excited for Dr. Fate in this movie, man.
That was sick. I thought that was super cool too.
Oh yeah.
I also loved the little interaction he has with Hawkman.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, yeah.
We then also got our first real look at Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
Big thumbs.
Huge thumbs up for that.
Big old
That
thumbs.
trailer is great.
Zachary Levi is awesome and hilarious as usual. I think this trailer did a good job of kind of setting the stage for a first trailer, like a teaser trailer. I thought it did a really good job of like, remember all the characters and like here's the new ones.
That movie comes out in 4 months.
That's crazy.
Hopefully it makes a little money.
Yeah.
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 At least they have Avatar as an excuse when it makes none. Oh gosh.
It's gonna be like
Look,
300
kids.
million again.
Out of
Like
all
what
of
the
the
first one
out
did.
of all of the superhero movies this year, Shazam is the one my mom is most excited about. So like it has an audience that's maybe not the traditional
I can dig
audience.
it. Yeah, I can dig it. That
Yeah.
was their
That's
presentation.
what the first one made. I think it can get to that.
Yeah, probably can.
I think it can get
Also,
to
who
that.
knows how many people are actually going to go see Avatar?
Right.
Yeah,
we'll be there. But.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, as far as like DC's Hall H, that was it.
Yeah.
They had other stuff that we will probably still talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, why even show up, honestly? And two of the questions that you see, I guess we kind of got to talk about this because this is the only thing anybody really seems to care about. Was Zachary Levi and The Rock were both asked about Superman, and they both were just kind of like, I don't know. Supposedly The Rock got booed for his answer.
Yeah, which was weird.
I'm sure they're not booing him.
No.
He doesn't have a say. But
he got booed because he didn't say, well,
Henry Cavill's in the movie.
like, Henry, do you have an opinion about that? And like Henry Cavill walked out stage. Like that's what people wanted, but
Yeah.
welcome to reality where
As far as like Superman goes, it sucks that it's been so long since. I'm not even talking about Henry Cavill. Just Superman
as a character.
a character has not gotten anything of his own
Other
since
than Man of Tomorrow, the
Yeah.
animated movie.
It's just a big old bummer.
Yep.
yeah.
I agree.
I've heard multiple things. Like I got people on
Yeah,
the
Luke's,
inside.
Luke's got
got
his ear to the
sources,
ground. He's hiding in those Warner Bros. Closets.
Um,
In the scoop.
I've seen one scooper was talking about how the issue might be with Henry Cavill, and how he's asking for too much, and Warner Bros. Wants him back, but he wants too much money, and they're not wanting to really pay him, and he's difficult to work with.
They gave Zack Snyder $75 million to finish his movie.
We'll get to that later. Hold your horses, buddy. The other side I heard was he was supposed to show up, but he had COVID.
Can we corroborate that? I can't. Words are hard.
I don't know. Those are just the two things I heard. I just don't know why they wouldn't zoom him in
Yeah.
if he had COVID and be like, oh, sorry, I was supposed to be there, but I'm sick. I'm on the set of The Witcher, bloopity bloppity bloop.
Well, if he's sick, he better not be on set.
Well, you can be on set and still be in his trailer. You ding dong.
Well, okay.
As far as just like DC in general, though, just no mention of anything else.
Yep. It was very quiet.
That was surprising. They had a few comic-related announcements. But
And they had animated
nothing-
stuff, but like as far as like movies and TV shows in their expanded universe in production, Flash. That was
movie's
the
dead.
longest shot,
It's dead.
but still,
It's dead.
Yep.
it will come out in a year. Aquaman 2. Sure, Amber Heard's a problem, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Also, Jason Momoa was in a head-on collision with a motorcycle.
Oh my
Was
goodness.
that before?
That was, yes, Sunday.
Okay, so that would have been okay. It's
Yesterday.
not like the plans of him being
Maybe it
there
was Saturday.
changed.
I don't know. It was I don't think he was going to be there.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Blue Beetle, which actually just wrapped
yeah.
production or shooting, one of the two.
Filming, yeah.
Batgirl,
Which is in post.
Zatanna,
Mm-hmm.
the Penguin Show, the Batman Capes Crusader Show, the Arkham Show, anything for any reason why J.J. Abrams was hired, Joker 2, the musical, the Batman 2, which is very early, but you can give a poster.
They could have just said, it's still happening.
Like, did I miss anything? It's like 10 things. And it's just like, if I was a DC fan, I showed up and paid money for that ticket and waited all night to be in Hall H to be there, I would have just been like, I'm never coming back here.
Yeah.
What? So while we're talking about Hall H, I saw a lot of buzz over the weekend. Like they should stream it for like a pay-per-view cost of Hall H. I think that takes away some of the exclusivity of being there.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
also,
they should do
I don't
that.
want to pay $20 for what we got this past weekend.
Yeah.
From anybody, really.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about Marvel later in a second.
I would have been pretty upset, I think, as a whole.
Yeah.
But I think that takes away the enamor of going. And then that con just dies. And you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, like, this was the first San Diego Comic-Con in, like, 2 or 3 years. Yeah. And felt like they just felt like they had to be there, so they put in no effort.
That's what it feels like to me. It
And
feels
they're
like
saving-
we've got stuff we want it to be our own thing for fandom.
Yeah.
Which they've not announced Fandom 2022 yet.
Milestone.
Yeah.
Static. And all that stuff. Not even
They announced the
a mention.
documentary, but that's it.
It's like, man. So we can just add all that to the list.
Yeah.
We were all a little sad at DC.
Yep.
Just
DC's
hopefully
I liked
fandom's
what I
good.
was. I liked what I was shown, but there was a giant missing amount of stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
The asterisk is large.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as other stuff that happened with DC at Comic-Con, they announced 4 animated movie projects. I'm actually kind of excited for all these. One was a Ruby Justice League like crossover movie.
Yeah.
I think that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've wanted to watch the anime, but there's a lot of it now, and I just don't know if I have the time to just start a 9-season show. I think it's 9 seasons currently.
That's so many seasons.
They announced an Elseworld Batman movie, The Doom That Came to Gotham.
Yeah, it's in like the 20s.
Yeah, it's like Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
It sounds really cool.
Yep.
And then the 2 DC Universe animated movies, which would be like Man of Tomorrow and Justice Society and Long Halloween, those characters.
Oh man.
Legion of Superheroes.
Let's go.
Which gets me excited.
Let's go.
And then Justice League Warworld.
Love
and
Warworld. Green
Lantern, Beware My Power premiered there.
Yeah, that comes out in a few weeks, doesn't it?
I think it's out now.
Is it really?
Or maybe this next weekend. At least on Blu-ray. What does it say?
Yee.
Oh, shoot. That sucks. It's okay. I'll still watch it.
Oh, I will too. Aldous Hodge is the lead.
Um,
Or I'll find out.
Gotham Knights had a Batgirl trailer. I've been waiting for the Batgirl trailer, and I think I will start off as Batgirl. And if we play together, you'll be Red Hood, and I'll be Batgirl. So we'll be the 2 people the Joker hurt. It'll be a little fun team-up revenge story, comeback story for us.
There you go.
We're going to team up, right, Tyler?
Everybody loves a good comeback story.
Yes. Let's see. Do I have any? Oh, I guess I have one. The last big DC thing that wasn't Comic-Con, but came out.
Oh, it comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at
I guess I'll go pick it up after work tomorrow.
that. So, there was an article that was released this last week by Rolling Stone about Zack Snyder and his group of fans, and it was not so positive.
They've been pretty quiet this week.
Dude, the only thing I see is them going, "I'm not a bot."
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay. It's like, I know there's only like 13% of the accounts, but like of those 13%, how often do those 13% tweet is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the article, is all the Snyder cut, Freudian slip, stuff was done by 13% of bot accounts, which is like 8% higher than the average for things that go viral online. And Rolling Stone just had this giant article about all the problems really with the Zack Snyder fandom and how this whole thing kind of happened. And I kind of I wrote down a little bullet list about the things that honestly I found interesting. So I'm just going to go through them.
Did you have the bit where he like used digital like platforms to help boost reviews?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's
cool,
on
cool.
here. Zack Snyder threatened to ruin Jeff Johns and John Berg, their careers. I already mentioned 13% of the accounts are fake. The article calls Zack Snyder a Lex Luthor wreaking havoc for when he was working on the Snyder Cut. Zack Snyder allegedly hired a digital marketing firm to boost BVS fan engagement after it got its really bad reviews. Supposedly with his own money. Zack Snyder stole hard drives from WB with all of his stuff on it. The funding for the Restore the Snyder Cut, everybody's like questioning where the money came from because they hired or rented out a billboard which cost $50,000. And I even heard one group say they're like it costs $50,000 a day. I don't know about that. I mean, it is LA, but and people are just like, where did that money come from? Was that maybe just him? And the same thing with like they hired a plane to fly over with a banner. Like that stuff is not cheap.
Yeah.
Brett kind of mentioned this earlier. Zack Snyder received $60 million to finish the cut. Even though he said it didn't need anything new, it didn't need anything filmed. He shot stuff in secret during the pandemic with no COVID protocol set in place. And then when you take everything, including marketing, it was about $100 million to make the Snyder Cut.
It's so crazy, man.
And that's for a movie that already cost $300 million to make. So
crazy.
Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard asked Snyder to tell his fan base to stop review bombing Godzilla vs. Kong when it debuted on HBO Max, and Snyder just kind of ignored him, played dumb, and was just like, oh, I don't really have any control over any of that. And then Jim Lee put the nail in the coffin at Comic-Con and said, no more Snyderverse. It's done.
And I'm so glad he did that.
So those are
just glad we can move on.
Yeah, seriously.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Oh, at least us.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. It's like tired. I've been tired. Now we can.
This article was just wild to read.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It's like it's kind of stuff we all kind of were like thinking.
You joke about
like
it.
it's
You
like
joke about a lot of it.
Like it's just like, oh, Snyder cult. It feels like a cult, and then this comes out and it's just like, oh my gosh, it is a cult.
Yeah.
They're in a cult.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, just go make Rebel Moon, please, and make it good. So I will stop
hating you,
being so
right.
angry
Let's
at your
Marvel.
fan base. I'm only angry at his fan base.
Okay, Marvel stuff.
We got a few trailers. We got the I Am Groot. It's a little 5 shorts.
We got a lot of
Disney
animated
Plus.
stuff.
I
Actually like their animated lineup for the most part.
Yeah. I thought this looked fine.
Like
I don't know. It's a little short thing.
No, like
I'm making it.
Oh,
CG
okay,
joke.
I get it. Yeah. No animated movies, but they're CG animation. But to shame, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I Am Groot. Thumb sideways for me.
Sideways, agreed.
I watched it without sound, but I thought it looked fine. I think Groot's cute.
She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Much longer trailer. I think the CG looks better. I think the
CG looks better. It still looks bad. It looks better.
I'm really curious where the storyline is going. I've kind of been on and off of Disney Plus shows, the Marvel stuff of late. I thought Miss Marvel was pretty good. I wouldn't say I'm excited for this, but I'll watch it. This was a sideways for me, this trailer.
This is a sideways trending down for me. And here's my why. So I was already kind of like, yeah, I don't know how this is going to be received. And then Marvel showed their hand and said, yeah, we don't really know how it's going to be received either. Here's a Daredevil clip, so please watch it.
Mm.
And I immediately went, that would have been a really cool surprise in the show.
Yeah.
But now knowing, like, I think everybody would have thought you'd see him.
Right.
But now, like, for sure.
I'm just over here. Maybe I'm thinking way too big, getting way too ahead of myself. Where is this like gonna fit into everything else?
Well, Wong's in it.
Yeah.
Banner's in it.
It's too big, man.
Tim Roth is back as Abomination in it.
Too big.
I wonder if She-Hulk's gonna fight a dimension-eating monster at the end or something. Kind of like how in Miss Marvel, the world was gonna blow up if she didn't.
There's always got to be a world-ending
What?
threat, right?
Yeah, Miss Marvel's like dimension-ending. Show's bad. It's fine. It's frustrating. That show's whatever.
I haven't watched any of it.
Bro, you can't even make it through Moon Knight.
I can't.
I thought Miss Marvel was better than Moon Knight.
That's good.
Yeah,
Should I
it
just
is.
like power through the last 2 episodes of Moon Knight just so I can say I finished it?
You're gonna probably have to because somebody's probably gonna reference it, and you're gonna be like, I don't even know what's going on.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, carry on. Yeah, trending down for me. Marvel's not even confident in their own thing, so they have to show Daredevil. That's stupid.
Luke,
Huh.
you had mentioned some animated.
Oh yeah, there's Spider-Man freshman year.
Oh
In
yeah.
2024.
Yes.
Yeah, it got
Maybe?
pushed. I know it got delayed.
Mm-hmm. I'm very intrigued, but I'm also confused about how this is gonna work.
Me too.
Uh,
Because it's supposed to be like canon.
yeah, but it seems to be like canon breaking stuff with like the villains.
Also, like Daredevil,
Yeah.
who's now just in everything. So I feel like
Yeah, we'll get to Daredevil later.
I feel like I'll save it for when we talk about Daredevil. Sorry, go ahead.
X-Men 97.
I'm actually pumped for this.
I think this is really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
What frustrates me about this is that whenever they mention anything close that could be a mutant in the MCU, they play the theme from or the music from this show. And it's just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I'm worried they're gonna like bring that show into canon of the MCU.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
What is canon?
I was laughing at Lepke's comment. She-Hulk is gonna fight whoever did her CGI as the villain.
Actually, that would be awesome because she is fourth wall breaking. And I think that's one of the more intriguing parts with that show. Gave me Fleabag vibes, which I know is one of the things that inspired the show. That's one of the things I'm excited about.
I think that'd be really fun.
What if season 2? Hopefully we can get a little redemption in this. Take some chances.
I opened that up the other day, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on the Party Thor episode, and it's a 38-minute thing. I'm not gonna watch."
You can just skip that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Skip it.
Just watch the last 2.
Okay. Well, I think that's all that's left after that one.
Yeah, just watch those 2. Those 2 are fine.
Cool.
And then Marvel Zombies. Well, I'm not super excited about this. I think it's super interesting that this is going to be TVMA.
Yeah. Really leaning into that mature content.
Not really the show I want to be TVMA on in their lineup.
Yeah.
Because I know the other one won't. But we'll see. I hate zombies as a concept, as a plot telling device. So I'll probably hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Was there any other animated stuff? I think Spider-Man's sophomore year got announced.
Yeah, it did. Another really weird thing that they did. Because
I'll wait to judge that one once freshman year is done.
Isn't
Yeah.
he like a sophomore? No, he's a junior when Homecoming happens.
I have no idea. I don't even remember. I like that movie though.
It is. And I think our last, unless I missed something, the big trailer for Marvel was Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for the trailer. Yeah, it's a good trailer, man.
It's a good teaser. It does a good job of playing with your emotions in the best possible way. It's not really giving us much story, but it's telling us where characters are, and it's showing us some cool things. So I'm on board. For now, I've in the past mentioned I've been a little nervous because we haven't heard anything. But if these, especially the underwater stuff, I know they're cherry picking and polishing for the trailer, but like it's looking good, I think.
Yeah, I think for me, I'd kind of said this prior to the show. If there's a director in the MCU that I trust, it's Ryan Coogler. And I think I kind of lost sight of that because of how close it is to release that we're finally seeing something. And kind of all the stories we had heard about it getting shut down for injury, getting shut down for COVID several times. I think Coogler is closest to a sure thing director Marvel has right now. And so I feel a lot better about it. I'm still a little concerned. I think.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I feel better.
Like, I don't even know if I'll fully ever get rid of the concerns. Like, they could put out the best trailer ever, and I'd still be like a situation like that.
Yeah,
with Chadwick dying. It's
there's that. There's all the shutdowns that went through. Like, there's just so much that's happened with this movie in particular. That's hard not to be concerned.
But
I'm concerned but excited.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. You'll never be able to take away the excitement, I don't think. I mean, unless they show a trailer that's just awful.
Which they've done.
Which they've done in the past, but I think,
This was a really good trailer, though.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Thumbs up for me.
And that's going to be the one to end Phase 4.
Yeah.
Just get us out of here.
And and Feige was more than happy to stop talking about Phase 4 and talk about Phase 5 and 6. Phase 5 is very full. It's also...
I'm going to bring something up about that later, so...
You just bring up about it now.
Okay.
Don't wait.
Phase 1, 2, and 3. The Infinity Saga took 10 years. The Multiverse Saga is going to be 4.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering how everybody feels about that.
I'm not...
Quantity over quality, baby!
I think it will be a good at the end of it. Here's my prediction. My prediction is at the end of it, there will be some hard lessons learned about quantity and quantity.
Quantity and
quality.
Quality.
Quantity and...
Quantily.
I
can't talk.
And Quantumania, the first movie of Phase 5.
We've said it for you a couple times.
Yep. In any case.
Quantificatipity.
That's the one.
Spell it. No.
I am thrilled that so many characters are getting debuted here in Phase 4. Characters that we would not have ever seen on the screen had it not been for the success of Marvel. That said, I think it's been rushed, and clearly I just kind of feels like Phase 5 is more of that.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't walk away from Feige's presentation and be like, oh yeah, they've got their shit together. Like, great, you have a plan. You said a naughty word.
Well, Phase 6 has 3 movies in it. So
I want to say it next.
It's got a bunch of unannounced dates in there.
Does it?
These are all dates. They just don't have projects linked to them.
Doctor Strange 2.
4? 3?
No, 2.
Oh, the actual Doctor Strange 2?
So Phase 5...
That's what it's going to be called, the actual Doctor Strange 2.
I'm going to read off Phase 5 here.
Yeah.
We got...
Is this easier? Do you want to read this?
No, you got it. Read it off then.
No,
I didn't realize you had it typed
you
out.
read it. I'm tired.
Okay, so Phase 5, you got Ant-Man, then Secret Invasion on Disney+. You got Guardians 3, Echo, Loki, The Marvels, Blade, Ironheart, Agatha Coven of Chaos, Daredevil Born Again, Captain America New World Order, and then Phase 5 will end with Thunderbolt.
Hey, where's that one at?
I don't know, but Don Cheadle's coming back. They announced that.
What?
Yeah, Armor Wars has just got no mention.
When is Thunderbolts coming out?
July 26, 2024.
In 2 years. Literally almost to the day.
He said we're about to start filming Blade. It comes out in just over a year and 3 months or something. November 3rd of next year.
Well,
Gotta rush, baby. CG's gonna look great.
I was gonna say this is what they do. This is the formula for Phase 4.
Well, all they do is take their cookie cutter from the other set and say, fill that in for me real quick. We'll throw it in the oven and call it good.
They
what
go,
are
can you
these-
design a set for this for the volume? What are you doing? Well, we don't know yet. Just make it a building.
Yeah.
What of these projects are you legitimately excited for?
Quantumania.
Yes,
Guardians
Quantumania.
3.
Yes, Guardians 3.
Cautiously optimistic for Blade. That's my 3.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for New World Order.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Which is,
it.
it's like,
It's just so far out.
it's
that
weird because I'm like excited for it. I really like Anthony Mackie as Captain America. I think it's awesome. But then I'm just like, it also feels like it's just the old regime. It's the Infinity Saga like leaking over.
Sure. I would have liked it a little earlier, but depending on what the story is, maybe it makes sense for it to be near the end.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing that's weird to me. Is like all of this stuff is coming out, right? Where does Blade fit?
Probably with the Midnight Suns movie that will be in Phase 6 that they just haven't announced.
And Eternals 2.
Yeah, right.
Please, God, don't let that movie happen.
I'm also really excited for Thunderbolts. I'm hoping that can be one of the things that tries to do something different.
Like that can maybe be the event movie
Yeah.
that it looks like it's going to try to be.
The event movie. I want to say Daredevil,
Me too.
but I'm not.
So, yeah, I have things to say about this.
Go for it, gents.
So I think it's interesting that last week when we reviewed Miss Marvel, one of the things I said was Disney Plus Marvel shows have just become the CW. It's the same tone, same comedy. Everybody has a side character that's tech savvy with everything they do. I'm worried Daredevil's going to be that. And it's 18 episodes, and the CW is famous for doing way too many episodes. And it's so much.
It feels so weird to go from these short
6
episode series to something that's 3 times as long.
Yeah. This
Not even the
feels-
Netflix ones were that long.
No, they were 13.
13.
Yeah.
And like for seasons 1 and 2, I feel like everybody was like, this probably could be shorter, but I liked what I got. Especially more in season 2.
Yeah.
Season 3, I think, is actually like the perfect length. Use its length
It used its length well.
greatly.
So this is what I think. This is my issue with the Daredevil announcement. Much like the John Krasinski Doctor Strange thing, I feel like Feige's paying too much attention to the internet. And this is like a huge overreaction to how much people want Daredevil.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in She-Hulk.
He's in She-Hulk. He's in Echo. He's going to be in Freshman Year. He's going to be in his own show. He's probably going to be in Blade. He's going to be in like everything. It just feels like this big... He's going to be in the Spider-Man Daredevil team-up because he mentioned specifically that they're the 2 street-level heroes.
Yeah.
Homie's
Like-
going to throw his Eskrima stick to beat King. I'll
He's-
take that one. I'll allow that one.
He's just going to be in everything. And, like, we don't need that much Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched season 3. Like, I know that's crazy, right? But, and I want more of Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock and his Daredevil. But this just seems like way too much.
I'll go beyond that. I think what everybody wants... I don't want to speak for everybody.
Oh, Luke's speaking for everyone.
I'm speaking for everybody. Everybody wants Daredevil Netflix season 4.
Yes. Not Born Again.
Are we going to Karen Page? Are we going to get Foggy?
Probably not.
Are we going to get any other of those Netflix characters? Is that universe just going to be like, oh, we're going to just kind of assume that stuff happened? But here's Daredevil, and oh, we're going to throw his most famous comic tagline on as the title too, because you'll freaking eat it up.
Here's my prediction. It's the multiverse saga. I don't even think this is going to be the same Daredevil.
Yeah,
Evidenced by
probably.
the She-Hulk suit. Being a totally different suit. That doesn't look anything like his Netflix suit. At all. I don't think it's the same one.
Sag. Probably not.
Which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to be excited about this.
I'm glad Charlie Cox is back, though. At least there's that.
There is that.
Let's go out on a positive with Daredevil.
Yep.
Are we
Agreed.
just old and cranky?
I think
Old.
so.
For me, it's like walking up to a buffet and being told I have to eat everything.
Oh, dude,
I want to pick and choose.
Dude, I went to Pizza Ranch yesterday, and I'm like afraid to tell my family this in person, so I'm gonna do it on this podcast. It's so overrated. It's so overrated. The chicken is pretty good. The pizza is probably the worst I've ever had.
Did you have the dessert pizza?
Yeah, it was fine.
I like the dessert.
The whole dude, I'm like just trash talking my family right now. I love my family. They all freaking love this macaroni pizza. Macaroni and cheese pizza, and I'm just like, it's just cheese pizza. It has a noodle on it. It's not that good. My favorite part about the meal yesterday is, man, I'm so sorry, family. I got Mr. Pibb, and I was like, this Mr. Pibb is good.
Dude, I had Mr. Pibb at dinner tonight.
Dude, it was good.
Yeah, I had Chipotle.
Listen, they'll probably listen, and I'll apologize to them on purpose. I was really tired yesterday, and I was in kind of a bad mood yesterday, too. And I just didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah.
But I'm a little better right now. I love you, family.
Okay.
Sorry.
Springboard into Phase 6 with what we got announced. Which was...
Fantastic Four, November of 2024.
Bro, remember when they announced this in like 2019?
Yeah.
Listen, okay.
It's already lost the director, too.
They have no idea what to do with the Fantastic Four. That's where I'm sitting at. They're just like, delay it. We don't know what to do. And our director left, and his idea was mediocre. I do have another rumor that I heard, though.
Oh,
what's that?
Spill the beans.
Doctor Doom is already locked in for the actor they have. And this is from the Weekly Planet, by the way. And the person they were talking to was like, yes, the actor is locked in, and they asked, is it Anthony Starr? And they're just like, we can't answer.
Yeah, I've actually heard that rumor a lot, too.
Which I think is pretty good casting.
That would be great casting.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I've heard there's Reed Richards rumor, too.
Who?
The dude from You.
Oh, yeah.
Who's me?
Heard that as
Me?
well.
You. Them.
I'll take
Nope.
his name.
Yes. Get Out? Us.
Hey, that's my theory.
You.
Shut your mouth. It's, frick.
Penn Badgley.
Yes, that guy.
I actually knew his name the whole time. I was just being a little fart.
Oh, yeah, he's right here. Yeah, he's rumored.
Listen, as long as it's just not Krasinski, because he was really bad in Doctor Strange.
Dude, I see people, like, having headcanon about how what he said is because they were misinformed or something on
gosh.
Wanda, and I'm like, that is even worse.
Quit defending bad writing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So after Fantastic Four, a year, not even a year later, 6 months later, we get Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and then
6
6 months after that, we get Avengers: Secret Wars.
I
So
think
we're like smashing the accelerator
It's
here.
like breakneck speed.
We're just gonna go.
Yeah, breakneck speed on this stuff.
And there's a bunch of
Ooh.
Marvel property, Disney Plus and movies that are sprinkled in there that are just untitled at this point.
who's Glenn Powell?
Lepke,
Those are not the only three.
I'm on board
movies
with Glenn Powell as Johnny.
Who is that?
Ooh,
That's Hangman.
from Top Gun.
The board game?
No.
There's a board game. of
The
Hangman.
problem is
You just need a whiteboard for
I
that,
want
man.
Glenn Powell
The
for
whiteboard
Barry
game.
Allen.
Oh, the pilot. Gotcha.
Yeah, I want Glenn Powell for Barry Allen, but he would be a good Johnny Storm too.
Yeah.
I get behind that.
I
I kind of like the Avengers release dates, how they're close together.
I do too. I think that's
That's kind of
fine.
something I've always thought would be cool for somebody to do. Be like, well, the idea has always been like, here's one month later, boom, let's go right into it. And this is, I feel like as much as you can.
This gives it
do
room, a little bit of room to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing I don't like about this is that now I know they're gonna lose in the first one.
I don't think they're gonna lose. I think they're
Kang's gonna join them.
No, I think they're going to beat Kang, and they're going to come back to a world that's different.
Unrecognizable.
Okay, I actually kind of like that. Works for me. I'm gonna believe that.
This is
I
gonna.
choose to believe that.
They're gonna do the little Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is gonna be that. I don't even know if this is what it is for them in their actual comics. I'm sorry, I'm not fully versed in Marvel comics. But like, they're going to take their multiverse and it's gonna go whoosh, and then when they come back, mutants are going to be around.
I think it's so
Sharon
interesting.
Egerton's gonna be Wolverine. He's gonna be running around naked.
I think it's so interesting that they're taking a
I hope.
very different approach to these Avengers than they did with Infinity War and Endgame. Like, we didn't know the title of Infinity War until like 6 months before that movie came out. And we didn't know what Endgame was, the same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very under wraps. I think we kind of put together, obviously it being the Infinity Saga, what was coming, but now knowing that
This is exactly where it's going
we
to go.
know that it's Kang Dynasty, and we know that Kang is in Ant-Man and Quantumania. And we know what Secret Wars is from the comics, so there's just less secrecy, which I'm not against. I just think it's an interesting decision.
You know what I'm really worried about? I'm worried Doctor Doom is going to be a throwaway villain.
Well, if they wait too long to reveal him, he will be.
Like, he's just going to be like, hey,
Fantastic Four's first
I
villain's
like
gonna
your
be Mole Man.
I like your wife. And I loved her all along. It's just gonna be the Tim Story one all over again. Oh gosh. Just bring Tim Story back. Let him redeem himself. Bring back the cast too. Oh, actually.
Do you
They
guys
might.
think? I mean, you were talking about the X-Men a moment ago. Are we getting X-Men in Phase 6 at all, or are they?
I think they'll be in it in some capacity.
I don't know, actually.
I think some of them will show up.
Yeah, I think we might get a couple. Be like, there's this thing out there. But I think at the end of Secret Wars, it's gonna like reset Marvel, kind of.
And the X-Men will take front and center.
That yeah.
Yeah.
Or the mutants.
Yeah. I think they could they won't they'll whoever saves the world will appear back in the universe and they'll be like, whoa, there's lots of people out here, and the person will be like, hey, I'm gonna shoot lasers out of my eyes at you.
I got laser vision, fool.
I've got wings, bro. They'll be like, whoa,
Who do you think?
that's a weird mutation,
Who
bro.
do you think the first like X-Men character to show up will be?
Like, but that's not Miss Marvel, who is already called a mutant.
Right.
Magneto.
I think it's gotta be Magneto or Professor X.
I think it should be Forge. Just some random.
It's gonna
dude.
be Magneto or Professor X.
It could, but I think they've already shown their hand with freaking Multiverse of Madness. I think they know what people want to see, what people think they want to see, and I think, much like we've talked about, I think Feige's really leaning into that, giving people what they think they want.
Playing the X-Men 97 theme.
The only
at
other
end of
one
Miss
that I would
Marvel.
predict would be maybe Wolverine, but I think that's one that they may keep in their pocket till the time's right.
I just Googled this because I think Forge would be a great place for Ironheart to connect, and then that's what this says too. Forge basically can just make anything.
Can he make the MCU better?
The other
Probably not.
the other bit of news that we got
Shots fired.
around specifically around the Avengers movies is that the Russo brothers are not coming back to direct either of these.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, good.
I saw the Gray Man. I'm okay with it.
Give somebody else a
curious who
shot
they
at
get,
an
though.
Avengers movie. Give somebody else a chance.
Who's
Yes.
I mean, by the time we get to 2025, the end of 2025, that's 3 years away. 3 years away?
That's
2.5 years away?
2.5 years, and we're talking about like
20 movies.
hold on.
Not movies, but movies
1,
and
2,
shows.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then probably 4 or 5 other things in there.
20.
There's 8 unannounced titles in
Oh!
Phase 6.
So 26
Jeez, dude.
or 25.
That's crazy.
And half of those are probably shows, half of them are movies. Maybe more than half are shows.
Are we counting
Yeah, 3
Spider-Man
movies already.
freshman year? What if I Am Groot and Marvel Zombies? Because then that
They're
puts
not
it up to
listed
30.
they're not listed in there, so I don't think so. But
If Phase 4 was 100 hours, Phase 5 will be 200 hours.
oh, Nick says he's seen a lot of fan casts for Glenn Powell as Cyclops. I think that would be interesting.
That would also be good.
I think that could be good.
I think Glenn Powell can probably play anybody you want him to.
Yeah,
He's good.
he was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yep. I'm excited for a new X-Men. I'm kind of hoping they do the thing where they wait till after Phase 6 and we don't have to do the whole interconnect with what we currently have. I like this idea of a fresh start. Clean cut.
Mm-hmm.
This is Marvel you're talking about.
I know, but I can have hope, right?
No,
Thanks, Tyler.
you're welcome. I just want you to be happy when it happens. Not get your
Overall,
hopes up.
overall, how did we feel about Comic-Con this year?
It's a Matthew McConaughey.
I agree. I feel like DC barely shouldn't have been there, honestly.
They showed up.
DC showed up,
And
and that's
then-
about it.
Marvel just, like, blew their load, and it's just like,
Too much.
It's like, you can hold back a little bit, like, tease some stuff that's coming, but you don't have to say everything.
Yeah.
Especially since, starting with, we're going to go with Echo. I'll start with Echo. Everything after that will have a different release date moving forward. Every single one of them. All of them will be delayed.
Also, do we really think... Sorry, I'm back on Phase 5 here. Do we really think there's not going to be a Spider-Man movie in Phase 5?
Oh, that's probably Phase 6.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be a Phase 6 thing.
That would probably be right after Fantastic Four, so we can team up with him in his movie.
Phase 5 has to do the Daredevil
Sony
bit.
pushes those things out faster.
Sony's got their own
than-
stuff though. They got all the Madam Web and Venom 3.
They gotta make its Morbin Time 3 and
Yeah.
4.
Madam Web's not gonna make $1 billion.
It's gonna make a more
Spider-Man
billion.
4 is gonna make $1 billion.
Spider-Man 4 comes after Daredevil Born Again.
If Spider-Man,
It's gonna be a
if they're-
team-up movie.
I'm just saying, if they're a publicly traded company and if they want to make a guaranteed $1 billion, I bet they want to make it at least every 3 years.
I still don't see it happening.
Are they allowed to?
I think so.
Like, in the MCU? Is that, like, what's their
Oh no, that's what I'm
contract
saying. Like it
situation?
could just be its own thing. I don't think it will be. I think that's what the whole deal is.
Yeah, I
but-
think Marvel has the say so and when it gets made.
Maybe that's the one right before Fantastic Four. Then fall of 24. I could believe that.
The first movie of Phase 6,
Yeah,
the Daredevil Spider-Man team-up movie.
yeah.
I mean, it's in New York. Baxter Building can be around.
Yeah, at the end of that, you have a little
Fantastic.
Fantastic Four tease and
Your Fantastic
roll
Four
right into
casting
that.
announcement in your post-credit scene.
Yeah!
I will say though,
I mean, that's the change
No.
for Marvel. Casting and post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
I don't.
And 50 movies.
I think they
I wonder
push.
if people are watching
I think
this
they
and be like,
push
"These people
Spider-Man.
hate Marvel, bro."
I think they push Spider-Man into. I think that's winter 2024. I bet it's December.
It's after Fantastic Four?
It's after Fantastic Four.
It's still in Phase 6.
It's still Phase 6.
Yeah.
But
I think Phase 4 or 5 is already too busy.
you're probably right.
I just don't see where you put it in.
It's not like these things have ever shifted before.
That's true, yeah.
Secret Wars will come out November 8th, 2026. So we can make room for 3 other movies and 4 other shows.
And COVID
4.0.
wave 8.
I just wish they would take their time, stretch their legs a little bit.
Yeah.
They've gotten used to that instant gratification, and now they're just going to keep pushing everything. We're going to get to, Phase 7 in less than 3 years.
Golly.
The Mutant Saga.
All right. Well, we've
It's-
almost gone 2 hours.
They're
so
gonna have
let's
40 movies that take place over 1 year for the Mutant Saga.
wrap this up. Any final thoughts as we
Yeah.
leave this episode?
I don't hate Marvel. I just don't like what they're doing right now. That's my final thought.
Can I just end with 2 really quick stories that I skipped over on accident?
Oh, sure.
One is, sorry, I'm going to keep dunking on Marvel. They won't pay their creators, their artists, and their writers.
Oh yeah, dude, I read this.
saw that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
There was an article that came out with the
Not
people that
good.
created Yelena
Yeah.
and how they signed a contract and how it said, if we use your character in a feature film, you get $25,000, and they were given $5,000, and it was because of clever legal writing and stuff.
Clever use of the
And like
character
they
in the
can
movie
get as low as $300 if they're just like in a
per episode.
tiny little 30-minute
An
show.
episode, like Hawkeye.
So
Yeah.
now we know why their episodes are always so short. This is why.
And they vary in length.
I think it's one of the reasons. It's
One of
just
the
a
craziest
little
part-
thing to save money.
The craziest part of that whole article to me was that Cap was in Infinity War for 12 minutes. I was like,
So the people got paid-
Oh, what?
Yeah, the people got paid
$300.
no money.
Wow.
$300. Marvel's dirty laundry is starting to air out real quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty ugly. People are starting to dig into all
Anyway, Thor: Love and Thunder cost $250 million, and the person who made Sif, probably got paid $5
You know
because she
what's-
was in it for less than a minute.
You know what's crazy is like this just to me is showing you they've learned that they can print money by releasing these movies, and now they're just legalizing their way into just maximizing profit by not using characters for X amount of time. And that's just kind of a sad reality.
It's real unfortunate. The other thing that came out was for the Marvels, which honestly we kind of just skipped over.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
talk about it.
In the future.
Rumor is part of it is going to be a musical, which is interesting that both DC and Marvel have a musical hero movie planned. Brie Larson's a good singer though, so honestly, okay.
1 year from today? No. Almost a year from today.
It comes out July 28th.
Have they even started filming?
No. I don't think so.
I think they have.
Do you think they have?
I'm pretty sure. I actually have no idea.
I kind of just expected to see something about
They'll
it.
probably film like May of 2024
I bet they're filming
or
this
23.
fall. Although I think they would have enough CGI that they would get started early, but
They don't
maybe
care
not.
about we.
Oh, filming started in May of 2021 for it. Apparently.
Okay.
Okay.
That thing
And it
is
wrapped in
that
May of
thing's
this year. It
done.
filmed for a year.
Maybe
Yeah,
COVID,
COVID
stuff.
stuff.
yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
But yeah, those are the last 2 things that I had. Actually, should I go through my notes real quick to make sure?
Wow.
I have
Wow.
so much stuff freaking written down for this, man.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Thanks for hanging out with us and talking all things Marvel and DC.
I mean, even
Hopefully-
though we kind of just dumped all over.
Look, it was just a lot. I think my buffet analogy stands up. I just kind of feel like I walked through the line and they loaded up my plate and I just got to the table. I was like, I like all this stuff,
But I'm not hungry.
but like I'm not hungry right now.
Yeah.
So I think as
I'm
each
just
individual
full.
thing comes out, we'll be a little more
Excited.
honest / excited about where we're actually at with it. But that said, there's a lot coming, and there's a lot we'll be talking about. So thank you for hanging out today, whether that's over on Twitch, where we do our live stream. Game Lord Master just holding up the chat.
We
Love it.
That's my boy.
And then for those of you on YouTube, we appreciate your viewership there. And of course, if you just listen via the podcast, we'd love you too. You can submit fanbox questions to whatthefanboy@gmail.com. We haven't done any in a while because we haven't gotten any. So send us your questions. It doesn't have to be Marvel, DC related. It can be anything. Literally, ask us anything.
Do you like toast?
And until next week, we'll see you.
No, I don't.